Hello everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. So a few months ago I did a video on the Action Force Warpath Eclipse, and during that video I said I was really hoping that Valaverse would re-release Pandora because I genuinely felt upset that I missed out on getting her. And lo and behold, here we have it. Valaverse has reissued Pandora. I'm not saying Bobby was listening, but hey, thanks for listening, Bobby. Now, in the video that was released on Instagram, because that's where I first heard about this, there was a promotional video released on Instagram. I listened to that, I saw that, I immediately went to the Valaverse website and pre-ordered her, worried that I was going to miss out on her again. So I got her right from Valaverse. I didn't even wait for the pre-orders to go up on Big Bad. Now, in the video, they had mentioned that there was something different about this, I think. Something about the legs, the jeans, I think, maybe. Not entirely sure about that. I don't have the original in hand, so if there are any differences, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to point them out. But if you do see anything that's different between this and the original release, because I believe they even called this a variant in the video. I think that's what happened. I was just so excited that they re-released her that I really don't remember much of what was said. But if you do see any differences, if you have the original Pandora and you see any differences, please let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there commenting, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoy content like this, G.I. Joe and Action Force, we're going to be doing a lot of that this year. I would greatly appreciate it if you subscribed. Leave a like on the video as well. Also, don't forget that for $1 a month, you can join me on my Ko-fi page where you get access to exclusive content as well as early release and other member bonuses. So now that that is out of the way, please let us continue with this. First of all, I love the coloring right here. I know a lot of the new Action Force figures are coming out on a blister card, and I know some people are really excited about that. I kind of prefer the boxes myself. I really dig the coloring, this dark ruddy red that they gave her, kind of going with her scarf and some of her accessories that we get. I really dig that. Up top we have Action Force and the Valaverse logo. On back we have her file card. File cards, as long as the others that were released in her wave with Eclipse, Pandora, Kill Switch, another one that I kind of regret missing out on. So if anybody's listening, it would be greatly appreciated if Kill Switch got re-released. And then the female Steel Brigade figure. On the side here, we have a great animation of Pandora right here, along with her scars going all the way up on her cheek. And then the Action Force logo over here. But this is not all that I got, because I also picked up the Pandora upgrade gear. There's some things in here that I really wanted to get. Mainly like some of these signature weapons with the paint job on it. I'm not real big on the armor. I think I'm going to stick with her vest, but we'll see once we open this up. All of the blast effects are really cool too. The additional head sculpt. And remember that 1 in 3 has a bloody head sculpt, so there's a possibility of that. I'm not holding my breath on it, but it would still be cool if we got it. So, with that out of the way, let's get this open because I am really excited to get her out of the box. And let's take a look at Valaverse Action Force Pandora. Okay, here she is, Pandora, out of her box. And putting the tape measure to her, we can see that she is approximately 6 1/4 inches to the top of her head, which makes her taller than a lot of other female figures. And I don't just mean like Hasbro in the Classified series or Marvel Legends. I feel like she's bigger than even a lot of the Valaverse female action figures. And I think that's kind of the point of Pandora. She's just a big, strong lass. Now this is awesome. This is just awesome. First of all, I love that I have her in hand. I love that I was able to actually get her without having to go to the secondary market. I'm so thankful that Valaverse reissued her this year. And look at this face sculpt. This is fantastic. The dark sunken eyes, the way that the eyes just sort of shine through all of that black shadowing in there. The crimson lips right here, the black, actually those are black, I'm sorry, the black lips with that smirk, that cocky smirk on them. Turning the head to the side, we can see the scar running up from the corner of her mouth up over her cheek to her ear. And on this side, we can see it as well, although it's hidden underneath this mane of hair right here. I think this is fantastic. I think this looks fantastic. Now, the torso and the arms we've seen already. They were used on Warpath. And I believe in that video I had theorized that they were reused from Pandora. And they are. So we've seen this before. Out of order, but we've seen it before. And she still has these wraps on her wrists that come down to her hands, which I love. That's a really great touch. We have more tattooing up here. Well, more. I mean, we had tattooing on Warpath, but now we have tattooing on Pandora with this tribal Celtic tattoo right here, and then the band going around it, and then on the back of her head, too. I didn't know the back of her skull was tattooed until I got her out of the packaging. That's awesome. I love that. Nothing on this arm. This is all bare. But this looks great. I love this figure. I love the paint apps on this figure. I love how it goes from like that red down to like this bleached blonde right here. I so love that. An Irish redhead dyeing it out. Who knew? I love that. I also love this just open vest right here with the twin holsters on either side, sort of like their underarm holsters. Once again, I don't collect a lot of Action Force figures. I don't know if there are other figures that have this design like this. I imagine at some point this might have been reused, but I really love like the twin holsters on this open vest right here. I think that is a really, really nice look for her. This whole thing, this whole thing just works so well. We have the belt, the green webbed belt that has the sheath for her knife in back, and then we have her jeans down here. Basic blue jeans, some knee pads, some, street armor, if you will, and then the steel-toed boots right here with some really good, like, Timberland tread going on the bottom. Everything about Pandora right here, I really like. Visually, I think this is a fantastic figure. I'm really excited to have this. I am really glad that this was reissued. Now, let's get to the articulation. That she can do a full 360 spin, but you'll notice the hair is getting in the way. And that's one of my first, I don't want to say complaints, but definitely nitpicks, that I wish this was a little bit more malleable, that this was a little bit more flexible. I mean, it does bend, there is some give, but really, once you get up here closer to the skull, it's very stiff. Almost like maybe this whole thing right to here has all been glued, not just up top. Not entirely sure, but it's very stiff, not a whole lot of range of motion with that. That like she can kind of look up, but she's gonna be forced to go to the side because of these strands back here. That's how little give. Well, I guess you can force it a little so that she can look up. Looking down is not a problem. Like most Valaverse figures, not a whole lot of head tilt. She can go that way, but once again, going to this side because of all the hair, not real easy. The arms will do a full 360 spin, no butterfly joint. The arms will come up to there, just past 90. There is a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Like I said, we've seen this before with Warpath. Wrists pivot. These wrists, her trigger hands, hinge up and down. She will have other sets of hands that hinge in and out. Now, if we take the vest off and we take a look at her, that there is ab movement underneath here, and this is not entirely so stiff that you can't get some movement out of it, as you can see. It just takes a little finagling because this does sort of tighten up around her. You can't get much side to side, but this does part right here. Let's pop this off for a second. This comes off just like Warpath's did. I'm sure just like a lot of other female Valaverse figures. Where'd her head go? And then pop that back on. And that's what I mean. You can see that, like, other than the skin tone, this is pretty much exactly what Warpath had on underneath her armor. And now you can really see that she has this ab movement here, side to side. She can do the full 360 spin right there. She also has the ball joint at the waist that she doesn't really get to do a full 360 spin because the torso piece keeps this in check, or rather the crotch piece keeps the torso in check. But she does get some more rock back. She does get some more rock forward. And she does get most of the side to side, pretty much all of the side to side is going to be coming out of this ab cut, this mid cut right here. She has, as you can see, she has drop down legs. They can come forward very well. They'll go back very well, push them back up in. There is a thigh cut. Only point of issue with the articulation on mine, at least, is her double jointed knee. That was really sticky, really stiff. But once you get it out, you can see it gets some really good travel right there. Boot cut at the boot. Ankles rock back. Ankles rock forward. These are a little stiff too, by the way, when I got them out of the packaging, because when it shipped, both of her ankles were down like that. And it was a little stiff getting them back up in there. The more I'm playing with it, though, the more these are loosening up. The knees took some finagling and took some heat. But like I said, the ankles rock back, the ankles rock forward, and we do have that forward-facing pin for some ankle rock. Out of the packaging, Pandora comes with her trigger hands. She also comes with a pair of standard gripping hands. She has a pair of clenched fists. And she has those weapon cradling hands that I love so much. So taking a look at her accessories, we're going to see a lot of overlap between her and Warpath Eclipse, because Eclipse, I feel like, Warpath anyway, reuses a lot of accessories from Pandora. Or maybe Pandora reuses a lot of accessories from the original Eclipse. I'm not entirely sure what order they came in. But she does have this scarf, and we did see this on Warpath, but I don't care because this is a great looking scarf. This is a great piece. I love the folds. I love the mold to it. I love how you have the fringe coming down on the one side, and you can see the layers going on it, going like down the front. I also really love the color, this dark maroon right here. It's sort of like her trademark color, and I love it. And not only that, but let's pop her head off and put it on her, because when you put this on, especially when she's wearing the vest that she comes with, when you put this on, it seats in there perfectly. It's not going to move. It's not going to get in your way while you're trying to pose her. It pretty much stays just nestled in there between the open sides of the vest. So it looks good, it's functional, it doesn't get in the way, and it just adds like another color, something that just pops, that immediately draws your eyes to her, and really is a really nice contrast. This dark crimson maroon against her pale skin, that like it even makes her skin tone look a little paler. The other thing that we're going to take a look at is her twin pistols, that she has this one right here, and she has this one. That she has these twin pistols that go into the holsters on her vest. I believe these are SIGs. I know I say that a lot, but I really feel like these molds right here are SIGs. The other ones that we've taken a look at, like what comes with Desert Rat with the ghost sights on it, I think those are actually 509s. But I believe these are SIG Sauers. And these are cool. These just look so cool. I really like the mold on these. I really like the sculpt work on these. I like how like the trigger even comes forward a little bit. It's not just sort of recessed back in there. You can see like the sculpt work between the trigger and the rear of the trigger guard. And they fit into her hands very well. Just push and twist. And there she has her pistol. Whoop. And then it also holsters real well into her vest. This is what I love about this vest. I really like these underslung, sort of like 80s underslung holsters underneath her arms. I really dig that. I really dig that. And of course she comes with her melee weapons, that she has this sort of like sickle knife right here. And we have seen this with Warpath. This came with her as well. I really like the mold on this. I like the curve of the blade. Love that they painted the blade this bright silver right here. And not only does it look good just here, but she has the rear sheath that it just fits right in there. Nice tight fit. Sometimes it's a little too tight. Sometimes I feel like when I am pushing this in that I'm going to bend or break the blade and it's going to snap off in there. So just be delicate when you're pushing, when you're sheathing it in there, that like you don't come in at an angle and snap the blade off accidentally. And then, of course, she does come with her sickle right here, and I love this piece. I love this melee weapon right here. We saw this with Warpath, and I think this came with the regular Eclipse, and I'm pretty sure it's come with a few other figures in the Action Force line. I just love this. I think this looks great. I love the molding and the detail work on it, the sculpt of it. You can see like those rivets right there, like those are the screws or the bolts holding the handle together. And then the blade, once again, is painted in this bright silver. You can see where mine's cracked a little bit right there. but I don't really mind that. The other side is very clean, very metallic, looks real good, and it fits very well into her hand. This is one of her trigger hands, but you can see she still gets a really good grip on it right there. Just looks so mean. Like that, I know it's been used on other figures, but it's almost like this was made just for her. Like, that looks so cool. And then finally, we have our main weapon right here, the suppressed and scoped HK, and this is cool. I always like this one as part of like the Valaverse weapons packs. Has the banana clip coming down here. The clip is not removable, but you can see that the barrel is bored out, that I think it can take like Valaverse blast effects right there. That's really cool. I like this. I like this a lot. And I kind of already have an idea of who this is going to go to, because even though it comes with her and she looks really cool holding it, I don't know, there's just something about it that, like, it's not her, that she needs something, I don't know, a little beefier. And that is what brings us to this, the Pandora upgrade pack, because that suppressed HK and what we get in this is one of the main reasons why I wanted to pick this up. So here we go. Let's open this up. Remember, new head sculpt, 1 in 3 has a bloody head on it, and I am not holding my breath. Of course, that's taped shut. So let's cut this open and let's see what first we crack the shell and we crack the nuts inside, and let's see what we get. I had to go for it first and take a look. We did not get the bloody head, more's the pity, but we got a lot of other really cool stuff going on here. So first of all, let's open this up and take a look here. This is the piece that I'm probably not going to be using, the armor right here. And it's not that I have anything against it. I still like how it has the twin holsters right here, how it has her symbol right there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I know according to her file card, she came from like organized crime in Ireland. I don't know if that's like, is she working for the Swarm or something? I gotta be honest, I don't know the Valaverse lore of what's going on with Action Force. And I do like the armor here. As a matter of fact, this is pretty much the armor that we get with a lot of the female figures, just with the twin holsters glued to it. I just like the open vest look for her better than this, but we will take a look at her with this on, if for no other reason, just to complete the set. Let's also take a look at... Oh, things went flying. Okay, so I was able to find everything, luckily, and gather it all together. So once I had everything, I just opened all of the packaging and laid everything out. You can also see that I've kind of outfitted Pandora with her new armor and her new head sculpt right off the bat. So let's bring her up and take a better look at her right now. That, like I said, the armor, I don't dislike the armor. I just don't think it takes away something, I feel. Like, to me, she's more BA just having that vest on, that open vest with the guns, and just taking on the world like that. The armor, I don't know, it's just a little too much for her. I don't know, it doesn't, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it looks good, don't get me wrong. I like the chest piece, I like the armor piece right here. As a matter of fact, not to keep drawing comparisons, but I'm pretty sure this is what was on Eclipse. And it looked really good on her. It worked for her. For Pandora, it doesn't really do much for me. Also, she has a different belt right here, that she just has this black belt instead of the khaki green that came with her. And I feel like with it being black, we lose some of the detail. I know it's meant to go with this, but I just feel like we lose a lot of the detail. Oh yeah, I do like the spine protectors on this armor piece right here too. I think that's really cool. But with the black on the belt, I feel like we lose a lot of the detail in the webbing, and especially in the belt buckle up front. Also, if we bring it too far up on her hips, it starts to interfere with the armor piece itself and starts to push it up, and you can see it rising up off of her shoulders on the side. So that's another reason I'm not really a big fan of this for her. Now, to get this on, I had to pull Pandora apart, pop her off at the ball joint at the waist to get the old belt on and get the new belt, or get the old belt off and get the new belt on. So also, while we have her up here, let's take a look at this face sculpt. That the only real complaint I have with this, and once again, it's not really a complaint, it's more of a nitpick, is I feel like the upgrade face sculpt is a lot shinier, a lot more plasticky looking than the one that comes with her. I dig it. I love this, like, you know, Psycho licking her lips while she's in the middle of a firefight. If this would have been the bloody head, it would have made more sense. I don't know how well they pulled off the sculpt and coloring of the tongue, because sometimes when I look at it, it's just a big pink blob. Other times when I look at it, I can make out what they were trying to do. Either way, I appreciate having a second head sculpt for Pandora, and once again, we have her scars going up, and now that I'm looking at it, I think her scars are even a little deeper on this one than on the other one, than on the one that comes with her. Sort of like they deepened them to make them stand out a little bit. And yes, she still has the tattooing on the back of her noggin. Love that. The hair is pretty much the same, I feel. Yeah, I think the hairpiece is the same right there. Now, if you want to put the scarf on her, where's her scarf? If you want to put her scarf on her, you can. Just pop this off, set that on. It kind of tightens things up around here. That, like, it locks everything in, and she's not going to have a whole lot of head movement with all of this piled up there. It actually does look good, though, with it, this dark crimson on the black armor right there. It does look good. I like that. I just really love this scarf on her. Now, taking a look at some of the other things that she comes with, first of all, let's take a look at her twin pistols. That she has new pistols right here, and this is one of the reasons I wanted to get this upgrade pack, was because I really love the coloring on the pistols right here. Now, the thing that surprised me the most, you can't see through the trigger guard, is that these aren't the same pistols, that come with her. It's a different mold for the pistols. I thought these were just going to be these, only with a new paint deco, but these are a different piece. I'm not even going to try and guess what this is versus what this is. But that kind of surprised me, but it's pretty cool because now, you know, you have an extra set of pistols. So you can outfit her with these that she comes with, or you can outfit her with these. And these are one of the main reasons I wanted this upgrade pack. You can also see that they are bored out for blast effects, which was one of the things that went flying when I was opening this package up, that the pistol effect, the blast effect, fits in there very well. And also she has the smoking barrel effect right there. That's pretty cool. I like this. I like this a lot. And then these will fit into the holsters on her armor. They do fit into the holsters on her vest that she comes with. I tried that already. But there we go. Also, I feel like they're much closer on her armor than they were on her vest. I don't know. I'm liking the vest more and more as it goes on. Now here we have a repaint of her dagger. No silver blading, unfortunately, but check out the handle. That's really cool. I like the crimson on the handle. And then once again, that just fits in the back. Now, she doesn't come with a sickle. She doesn't come with a crimson sickle, but what she comes with is this big Horkin machete. And I didn't know how much I was going to like this until I got it out of the packaging. I feel like this is definitely more her. This is more brutal. This is more gory. This is just awesome with her. And once again, the handle is painted in her signature color, and she can get a really good grip on it right there. I was kind of hoping that since we got a machete with her, that maybe there was going to be some sort of back holster or something so that she could sheath that. But alas, no. She just has to one-hand it, which she can't really do because here is the main draw, weapon-wise anyway, of the upgrade pack, and that is her saw. This is awesome. Painted, custom painted for her own colors. I love the copper casings on the belt going up into it. The mold, the sculpt, that trademark Valaverse attention to detail with their weapons. This looks awesome. Now, this ammo pack, this ammo box comes out, and it wasn't attached when it came out of the packaging, but also when you open the packaging, be careful because this was one of the things that went flying, that this little piece, these few rounds on the belt are a separate piece that you have to plug into the ammo box, like so. All right. So that was one of the things that went flying, and that was one of the things that I was worried I wasn't going to be able to find. But you can see when you plug the ammo box in, it fits up there very well. Up front, we have the bipod, and the bipod does come down. These don't extend or open, but we get a second set of bipod legs. So if we want to have her in the prone firing position and have her posting, we can do that too. I don't know how often I'll be having her do that, but it's mostly going to be these set up like that. Now this comes with a blast effect as well. This comes with an over the barrel effect that you're supposed to slide this over the barrel. And this makes me very nervous. I grip it right here, like sort of like grabbing the head of a snake and putting pressure there and then gently twisting it on. Because I feel like if you try and just jam it on, you're going to break the barrel. And that's kind of what I did with Desert Rat's M4. And I'm kicking myself for it because I snapped the barrel off of Desert Rat's M4. And now I'm having a real bugger of a time trying to glue it back on because of how thin the plastic is. But once you get it on there, it looks good. It looks real cool that she's laying down some suppressing fire. Just be careful when you're putting it on and taking it off that you don't snap this piece right here. And this is what she looks like fully decked out with her upgrade kit. And there's a lot of goodness that you get with this kit for like, what, $12, $13. Custom painted weapons that match her motif, which I feel like is something she should have had from the beginning. The blast effects, the different head sculpt, the extra weapons. I think it's worth it, and I think it makes her look really good. This look right here, while it's not my favorite look, I am going to be, part swapping, mixing and matching so that what I end up with is this, a nice mix and match of the two sets of accessories from the upgrade pack and from what she came with. For me, this is the perfect looking Pandora. This is exactly what I wanted when I saw the upgrade pack and when I saw the original figure, and I can't be happier that I have it. Is this the best Pandora for me? Yes. Is this the best Pandora ever? No. But I love that we have the accessory pack. I love that there are options because options are always good. This is the best for me. Yours will probably vary. As a matter of fact, Nikki Nicole Customs on Instagram just posted her favorite loadout for Pandora, and it involves leg swapping, sort of kit bashing her with the Night Ops figure. Looks really cool. Check it out. I'll provide a link to that in the description below. And after all of that, let's not forget that she comes with her figure stand, the Diamond Tread Action Force logo stand with the 4 pegs and the slot for the file card. I love these stands. These are really cool. And now for size comparison, here she is beside fellow Action Force figures Warpath Eclipse, because we've talked about her a lot during this review, and Desert Rat. And also, I just wanted to point out that the legs on Warpath are the same as the ones from Pandora. So truthfully, Warpath is basically just a complete repaint of Pandora. Here she is beside Hasbro Marvel Legends Elektra and Captain Marvel. And here she is beside Hasbro G.I.Joe Classified Series Zarana and Ripper, because truthfully, this is where Pandora is going to be hanging out. As far as I'm concerned now, Pandora is a dreadnought. Here she is beside Lanyard Toys City Hunter Predator and Xenomorph Drone. Here she is beside McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn and Eridan Briok Glass from Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. And finally, here she is beside NECA Toys Dungeons & Dragons Warduke and Grimsword. So first of all, I'm ecstatic that Pandora was reissued. Come on, Kill Switch. Come on, Kill Switch. But seriously, when I saw the video go up, when I heard that she was getting re-released, I jumped on it. This was one that I didn't want to miss a second time. I was upset that I missed her the first time. I thought I had more time. It was totally on me. And then Valaverse went ahead and reissued and was like, hey, Mac, here you go. Have a second shot. And I jumped all over that. Do I think she's the perfect figure? No, not by a long shot. Do I like her? I like her a lot. I am very happy that I have her. I am very happy that she is added to my collection. I am very happy that as far as my sets go, she's a dreadnought now. Interestingly enough, and I don't know if it's because I got her first, I feel like Warpath did it better though. Like, it's basically all the same body, but for some reason, I feel like I have more fun with Warpath than I do with Pandora, and I'm not entirely sure why. Also, the thing that kind of surprised me was that Warpath and Pandora are basically the same size. As a matter of fact, because of the head sculpt, I think Warpath is a little bit taller. But when you look at Pandora, there's just something about her that makes her look big. She has a presence. She has that presence on the shelf among your collection. She's going to have it. She's supposed to have it. And it's great. She definitely stands out. I was very surprised to find out that when I put her and Eclipse side by side, how pretty much even they were. I love the accessories that you get with the upgrade pack. I love being able to customize Pandora. I love being able to mix and match things and get basically the best version of her for your shelf. There are some things from the accessory pack that I'm not going to use. There are some things from the original figure I'm not going to use. Like I said before, that's what's great about this hobby. You have options. You can mix and match. You can do whatever you want because it's your figure, it's your toy. And I love that we have these options for a character like Pandora, who, as I just said, already has a presence, and you can make that presence a little bit more well-known just by decking her out the way you want her. I will put a link to Pandora in the description below. Time of recording, I believe she was still available on the Valaverse site. She is available at Big Bad, but I'm going to tell you right now that the link I'm going to put is going to go to Valaverse. Valaverse, whether a lot of people want to admit it or not, Valaverse is a small company. They're an indie company. Order directly from them if you have the option. I know that the shipping will be a little bit extra, but throw the money Valaverse's way if you can. If you're watching this and you have the original Pandora figure, let me know if there are any differences in the paint apps, if there are any variances, because I swear in the release video on Instagram that they had mentioned there was something different with the paint deco, but without having the original figure, I can't really pinpoint what that is, if it really is there, if there really is a difference. If you know that there is, let me know, comment down below, and while you're down there, do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe, check me out on Coffee, and until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.